Nowadays, for front-end developer role, interviews are mainly focusing on JavaScript knowledge. So in this video, we will be discussing about some concepts and questions which are being asked in the recent interviews. First one is related to closures, function outer, which returns inner, where we are incrementing the count and console log the count. So here we created one variable counter and calling this outer function. Later we are calling this counter. Here the outer function will return inner, then we are calling that inner function. So when I run this, we'll get 1, 2, 3 because this inner function forms a closure with the outer function. So even after outer function has finished its execution, this inner has still access to this count variable. That's why we can see this 1, 2, 3 as the output. Second question is related to event loop. Who knows event loop? Then they can easily answer this question. Here console log start, then set timeout with one callback function which returns timeout, then promise. When it is resolved, it will console log promise, and then console log end. So when we run this code, we got start first, then end, then promise and timeout because JavaScript will run the code line by line. So first is this is synchronous code. That's why start got printed, and this is asynchronous code. So immediately it will not be called. Same promise is also asynchronous. Then it will go to the next line. Here again it is synchronous code. So that's why end got locked. Then this promise callback function will be gone to micro task queue and set timeout callback function will be gone to macro task queue. So always micro task queue will have more priority compared to macro task queue. That's why promise got printed first, then timeout got printed. Question is related to hoisting. This is very simple, but still most of the people will fail here. When we do console log A, before the initialization of A, here we'll get the output as undefined because we have not been declared the value. Before that declaration only we are trying to access the A. That's why in case of var we'll get undefined. Next question is related to loose equality operator. So when we use this loose equality double equal to, we are comparing array with false. Here we'll get output as true. Why? Because here the type conversion will occur. First initially false will be converted to 0. Then arrays are objects in the JavaScript. They are not primitive. So this array will be converted into empty string using .toString method. Then empty string will be converted to number which is 0. So 0 equal to 0. That's why it returned true. Next question for this video is async function test return hello console log test. So here the output will be promise because whenever we use async before any of the function, this function will return the promise by default. That's why we got promise hello. So these are few of the important questions, and in the next videos we can cover few more topics and output based questions. So if you like this video, definitely like this, share and subscribe, and if you have any queries you can comment on this video or else you can contact me on Instagram.